Relics. You're a Technomancer. You gotta know where we can find some.
Yeah, but the relics we keep aren't ones I'm gonna use for an operation like this. We need some minor relics.
What's the difference?
The amount of information we can get from them. Most of the objects dating back to the settlers are just trinkets. The ones we keep are data interfaces, though. Way too valuable to risk losing.
Repent! We won't have access to the blue...
I had something else in mind. I heard you had a few relics here.
Yes, they turned this place into a temple. Pray here and you will feel our ties to our ancient fathers. Pray here and you will receive the blessing of the shadow. And yet, I have been unable to gather all the holy pieces I wanted. You look like a stout young man. Maybe you could help me.
Go on.
In the nearby canyons, there are ancient ruins of our ancestors' dwellings. I have heard that some relics still lay there, but be wary. I'm sure the scavengers have already scoured the area. If you could recover a few for me, I'd bless you 1,000 times over.
I'll see what I can do. You're a robber, right?
Don't like that word. Don't consider myself that. I recover things people leave behind in the desert. I take nothing from nobody. Got cool things, though. Collect it, repair it, trade it.
When you say people who left stuff in the desert, you talking about settlers?
Sure. Yeah, in part. Found some settler items in the ruins, but my stock is interesting things from all over. Shadow paths, and even places pretty much in the middle of nowhere. I even found an old rover, out of commission and in bad shape, yeah? But there was some cool parts I salvaged. The driver was dead, so I figured I could make better use of it than him.
I see. Do you have any relics?
Things from the old settlers? Yeah, a few. 3 in very good condition. If you want them, I'd happily trade for some serum. Lately, I've been running low.
Unfortunately, I don't...
And I will be right.
Welcome, welcome.
I'm looking to buy some ASC uniforms.
Not an easy thing to come by, but if you're willing to pay high enough.
I'll take them all.
That's what I'm talking about. Making business.
As expected, I knew that these ruins were just small dwellings, and that these relics are not the ones that'll be of good use to us Technomancers, just everyday items used by the settlers. However, they have a significant religious value. I wonder if I should keep them. It could turn out to be useful.
Repent! We won't...
I had something else in mind. I found all the relics that remained in the canyons.
May the shadow be blessed!
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to give them to you. I'm going to need them for an important mission.
You got the information you needed out of me in order to find those jewels, and you dare to not turn them over to me? May the burning eye of the Lord dry you up! Infidel! Traitor! Get out of here!
Hey, you! Yes, you! Do you have a moment?
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
I need your help. I'm trying to compel some assembly members to withdraw their support for Victor.
You have my attention.
There's a fraction of religious assembly members that would be appalled to learn Victor keeps certain relics for personal use. And if they did, it's all but certain that they would drop their endorsements and exile him.
And how exactly do you plan to prove that?
Oh, just by making Victor's relic collecting a little more visible to the public eye. Imagine a few ASC agents carrying relics, along with orders stipulating that they bring these objects to the Colonel. They're chugging along until they bump into a group of concerned citizens who insist they bring the relics back to the proper authorities.
Ah, so I guess you'll play a concerned citizen while my men dress up as ASC agents. They won't be flattered, but if you provide the costumes, they'll take care of the rest. I am pleased to know that my use of disguises inspired you. Perhaps we'll own a theater together someday. Anyway, you can count on me.
Zachariah, I'm going to need your investigative talents.
What's going on?
You probably remember that someone turned in my mother. She was one of our backers in Ophir. Without her, our plans to smuggle out our brothers are quite impossible to happen. And I miss her a lot. And then there was Kane's attack while we were about to seal the deal with that Aurora official. Someone turned us to our enemies once again. This can't be sheer coincidence. Someone is trying to slow down our effort and impede our cause. Beyond the fact that what happened to my mother deserves vengeance, I must stop the one who is behind those betrayals, or he will end up making our young nation lose.
Are you thinking of someone in particular? Maybe Kane's men? After all, he did step in to scuttle the negotiations with the merchant.
No, only a few people knew my plans, and even fewer my mother's identity, especially not Kane. He must have been given information on the negotiator. I don't have a name, unfortunately, and that's why I'm asking for your assistance. It's probably someone close. Someone who lived in Ophir with a good excuse to travel to Noctis often. You're good at investigation. I've seen you at work. Help me find the culprit and stop him from doing any more harm.
All right. I guess that we could learn more about that traitor by talking to the Valley people.
Thank you, Zachariah.
Hi, Nisha.
Hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia.
Things could have transpired for Aurora to dismiss their own Dowser. It's almost common knowledge that he was responsible for a victory over Abundance.
Maybe we'll find out a bit more when we catch the messenger. You a messenger?
Look, I can't tell you anything. Please, if I can't. The information I have is...
I know, but you're gonna have to comply. Train stopped. I'm gonna need your tablet and all the information that you can provide me about your Dowser.
What? I would never jeopardize Aurora.
Either way, you're gonna give me what I want. You can give it to me, or I can pry it from your cold, dead hands.
You don't understand. If I tell you, they will kill me. Either way, I will never be able to return to Aurora. Our Dowser, Wisdom, was dismissed, executed. Take my tablet. It has anything else you want to know. Now, please, please leave me alone. Please.
So, why have they decided to go at it without their warrior?
Don't know yet. Word is it was treason, but in times like this, that can mean anything. It's chaos there.
That sounds bad for
Look around, please. But don't break nothing. Many fragile things. You break, you buy.
I'm looking for mutants that may have been in both Ophir and Noctis the past few years.
There are many. Before settling in the valley, most mutants from Ophir passed through Noctis.
Any of them still go back to Noctis regularly? Any that might have been close to Phobos back in the day?
Fewer than many, for sure. Why? Are you still watching us? Think we still belong to you?
Stop. Don't do that. My friend here is only trying to help me with a personal issue. One of our own, I believe. Sabotage missions we took on to try and help Mutant Valley. We are trying to figure out who that might have been.
So, someone with a grudge against you. Perhaps one of Kane's clan.
But they wouldn't have known about Phobos' mother.
Then someone from Kane's clan who was once close to Phobos. His friends Deimos and Seth may fit that bill. Can you let me return to my work now?
Sure, of course. Thank you. I'm looking for mutants that may have been in both.
There are
Any?
few.
Stop. But they.
Then.
Sure. Goodbye then.
Of course. Come back if you're ever in a buying mood.
Ah, the human everyone talks about. May I? Can we speak, please?
Hi there. You know Phobos?
I should hope so. It was him who freed me from the mine I was forced to labor in. Thank you, Phobos, from my heart.
You are welcome. I hope we will all be free someday.
Someone tried to sabotage his plans. Maybe the mutants who used to be close to him. The ones that went to Ophir and Noctis.
Whether they went to Ophir or Noctis, I do not know. But I have heard the two of your right hands, Seth and Deimos, hold a grudge against you for abandoning them. And Seth, I have heard, has grown close to Cain.
In Mutant Valley?
No, not there. We saw them for a short time, a long time ago. Perhaps you can catch up to them.
Thank you.
I cannot believe this.
Who are Seth and Deimos?
I escaped with Seth. He was one of my first companions. I would have died time and time again without his help in the desert. Would have never been able to succeed in my first attempts at seeding Mutant Valley. And Deimos is the radical type, but always a good companion who was integral in building Mutant Valley. We took our freedom names together.
Freedom names?
Named to take back our identities. Re-earn our dignity from names like Dirt and Scott. That identified us.
The human everyone talks
when
about.
finally understands
May
what
I?
freedom he
Can
has,
speak?
he usually changes his name. And for such occasion, we have adult ceremonies. Deimos and I chose, together, the names of our planet's moons, the names of the sons of the god Mars in ancient Earth mythology, names that gave us strength and pride, elevated us from the lows we have been dragged through.
I'm not saying it's easy to know you've been betrayed. I know that as much as anyone. Hell, Phobos, given what you've gone through, you can't really expect anyone to still act with the greater good in mind.
No. But this time, such a betrayal cost my mother her life.
Can't do this.
Please, sir, let me live. I did nothing.
You betrayed your people. Never stopped being a slave. Supporting Phobos, who is more human than mutant. You deserve to die!
Seth, please! Allow me to take shelter. Seth, it is you who are the traitor. If your hate for me is so great, let Deimos go and come after me. Let your rage be fulfilled.
Thank you. Thank you for helping. I thought that was the end.
Why?
Why what? Why did I turn in your mother? Ruin your plans with that man from Aurora? Because you Phobos are a traitor. Closer to your human mother than to us. Your own kind. I thought cutting that cord might pull you back to us. I was wrong. Even now, you leave us to go with that human. For what? While idiots like Deimos dote on you, defend you, swear you have had your reasons. Cain may be savage, but at least he knew where his loyalties lay. Remembers what we all went through.
Does your hatred have no end, Seth? Does the cancer still spread through you?
It's my turn to ask, why, Phobos? Why did you abandon me?
Hello, Phobos.
Hello, Zachariah. What can I do for you?
If you have a minute, can we talk?
What's this about?
Thanks to you and Scott, I got my abilities back. Doesn't make me a Technomancer, though, does it? Doesn't make me one of you. And I know you all go through a lot of training together, which I never had. Everything I know was picked up from an old renegade Technomancer who showed me some of the basics. Had to trade it for a little serum. But I'm tired of being on the outside. I just want to belong. If you, I guess, think I'm worthy or whatever.
You're right, Andrew. Maybe it is time to initiate you.
How painful is it?
Guess you'll see. We obviously can't use the old sight anymore, so you'll need some imagination. We can give it a go. Come on. My master brought me to a dome like this when I became a Technomancer. It was full of relics, collected by generations of Technomancers from Abundance. There were old consoles there that would allow me to listen to the old recordings, discussions, musings of the settlers, and a little view of their life. The dome doesn't exist anymore. There's not much left of what we used to be. But I want that knowledge to last, so I want to tell you what I learned from my master Sean, before our mantis destroyed all the knowledge that was there.
All right. What was your master like?
He was quiet and kept to himself, but over time we still managed to grow close. He hated how Technomancers were treated in Abundance, dreamed of freedom. He seemed calm, cool and collected, but on the inside, he was all rebel. He couldn't stand taking orders, which never goes down well.
Miss him?
No matter how many times you're told, or how well you know that one day you're going to be separated from your parents or masters, it never makes it easier when it finally happens. And it's only harder when you have no one else to really guide you. Technomancers are my family, but Sean was like my father.
It was probably hard for him too. I get a feeling I would have liked it if I'd ever had a chance.
There was a pitch-black circular room with a console in the middle. When I started it up, flickering bluish images appeared. A doctor examining a man. The man had apparently undergone a mutation that allowed him to generate a massive electrical charge. He was the first Technomancer, Andrew.
So you're saying you and I are...
Afflicted with a specific mutation that the settlers were studying. It's why they created our gear. You, who has witnessed the secret with your own eyes, who, in your heart, knows the knowledge that he bears is true, and has understood that this knowledge could cast our kind into an endless pit of despair. As you drink the sap of the world, the water that feeds our lives, abandon who you thought you were, and now become our brother, Andrew Mancer. Together, we've shared the water and secret. Now, swear to forever protect the knowledge of the Earth, and dedicate your life to finding it again, to defend and protect our secret, even if you must sacrifice your life to do so.
I swear I will.
Then, welcome, brother.
Sorry to bug you, Zach, but I gotta see Gloria. I gotta talk to her, explain some things.
I'm gonna come with you. I also want to find out what this is all about.
Thank you, Zach. That means a lot to me.
You were pretty close to Gloria, weren't you?
And how do you figure that?
Let's just say I've gotten a little peek into Nisha's world. If she was just an acquaintance, I don't think the backstabbing would have been taken so personally.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Do you have a moment?
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
Hey, you! Yes, you! Do you have a moment?
Hi, Nisha.
Hi, Zach. Everything all right?
Nisha, don't stay here. You shouldn't.
Zach, I'm not a child. Let me listen. I have to know. I have to... Nisha, I heard that you had left Ophir, that you come back here often now. I know that I won't be able to see you and tell you all this in person. I don't have the courage for it. So I hope that someone will give you this message, that you will listen to this and that you will forgive me. I did something awful, something that haunts me every day, every instant, something with which I cannot live today. You have always been strong, so much more brilliant, prettier. And me, I was in your shadow, and I felt that I was suffocating. So I went to see a man, a thief. I knew that he could plant false evidence and that he turned in people to the ASC. I said that you knew some things about their trafficking, that you were dangerous to them. And it worked. Too well, because they came to arrest our whole group. And during all those years spent with you in the camp, I knew that we were here because of me. When I saw how they were torturing you, when Nick died, I also wanted to die, but they refused. Today, I still carry the weight of my mistake and I can't bear it anymore. So farewell, Nisha. Farewell and forgive me. Your sister, Gloria.
I'm sorry, Nisha. Come on, let's go. I'll take care of the funeral. Don't worry.